Hi everyone. Today we are going to see Module 4 Firewalls of the subject Computer Networks and Security. Today we'll be seeing what is firewall and what are the types of firewall we have. Then also the digital signature. Okay. So what is firewall? Why do we need firewall? See, if you want to protect your networks from the outside world, what is outside world? The outside world is nothing but the networks, external networks or the external traffic which comes from the outside internet other than your company or other than your network. So, how can we filter the uh, unauthorized packets or traffic getting into the network, or the unauthorized packets which goes outside the network from inside the network by any unauthorized person or intruders who tries to access the inside network, that can be identified and stopped by the firewall. It is similar to the security whom we see in our companies or organization or in the gated community. So what the security does, he will check whether he is the authorized person to enter the network or enter the organization or our building. If he identifies that he is the authorized person, then he will allow, otherwise he is not going to. The same thing is applied for firewall. And also, how he will check whether he is the authorized person to enter the building? So the owner of the organization will give the rule set to the security, stating that if he is from this area, if he is from this organization, or if anybody enters, you just ask, providing the details of him to me. If I say yes, then you have to send or allow into the company or building. So these are the rules set provided by the owner of the company or owner of the building, so that the security can decide whether he is authorized person to enter the building or not. So this is how the firewall is also going to work. So this is the firewall will be given with the rule set based on which it will decide whether it can allow the traffic from the outside world to the network, or the traffic from the inside network to the outside world. So firewall is a device, intelligent device, which will act, which will filter the packets or filter the traffic from both the internal network and the outside world based on the rule set given. So this is what firewall is. Okay, we'll see the definition now. So firewall is a set of mechanism that is used to enforce a security policy on the communication traffic entering or leaving an internal network, as I said. So security policies and the rule sets will be given or will be set in the firewall, based on which it is going to decide whether the packets can enter or leave the organization's network. Okay. A firewall is a system which limits network access between two or more networks. Normally, a firewall is deployed between a trusted, protected private network and untrusted public network. Okay, where it should be placed? So it should be placed in the border. You will be seeing the security will be in the border, like in the gate. Gate. What is the gate? Entrance gate. Entrance gate is placed in the border to the outside world and the inside network. So always the firewall also should be placed in the border of the outside world and the inside network. So this is regarding the placement of the firewall. Next. So what are the functionalities of the firewall? If you see the functionalities of the firewall, there are three things. One is access control. So what is access control? A firewall filters incoming as well as the outgoing packets. So it checks and filters which packets can be allowed and which cannot be allowed. So it checks both the incoming as well as the outgoing packets. And address or port translation. Network address translation is often done by firewalls. You will be knowing what is the use of NAT. So it will hide the IP address of the internal network and it will give some dummy addresses, IP address, which will be shown to the outside world. This also can be done by the firewall. Then comes logging. Logging sound security architecture will ensure that incoming or outgoing packet encounters at least one firewall. Yes. So if you have one security system, then the level of the security will be less. If you have 2 3 securities, if you take the example of airport, only one security level check is there? No. First in the entrance, then during baggage, then another security, like screening and all will be done, whether you are carrying any harmful devices. So there are many multiple level of the security systems in the aeroplane, in the airport. Similarly, as the number of security systems, as the number of firewalls increases, then the security also will increase. So based on the budget of your company, based on the security requirement of your company, you can decide how many firewalls you need. Now, if it is a very small organization which needs very less security, then you can go with the simple firewall. As the level of the security increases, the cost of the firewall will also increase. That also we have to keep in mind. So this is about the level of the security required. So logging, at least we have to keep in mind that every traffic that passes from the inside organization or it gets into the inside organization should pass at least one firewall. This is the basic rule. Then authentication and caching. Some types of the firewall perform authentication of external machine attempting to establish a connection with an internal. Yes, a remote login can be done. So which also should be avoided, so that the data in the network cannot be accessed by the unauthorized person. Now, this is about authentication, and only authorized person should be able to log in the systems inside the network and cache the data. Not even a single unauthorized person should be able to. So this is protected by, this guarantee is given by our firewall. Next, what are the types of firewalls we have? So the first one is packet firewall, circuit level gateways, and the application level gateways. Okay. The first type is packet filtering firewall. What it does, it creates a checkpoint at a traffic router or switch. What it is going to do is, as the name says, it will take every packet, it will check the header of the every packet, and it will check whether the destination address, source address, port number, all the things are matching the rule set given in the firewall. What happens in the rule set, we can say that if the packet is arriving from the particular source IP address, then stop the traffic. If the traffic is of TCP traffic, then stop the traffic or filter the traffic. So based on the rule set given, it will check the header of the packet, and it is going to decide whether it can allow the packet inside the network or not. The same thing is applicable for leaving also from the network. So what this firewall is going to do, the firewall checks the header of the packet based on the rule set given. So what and all parameters it has to check: destination IP address, source IP address, port numbers, and the type of the traffic, whether it is TCP or UDP. Next, if the information packet doesn't pass the inspection, that is what, if the rule set is not satisfied, then it has to be dropped. Looks at both the packet and at the TCP handshake protocol, as I said. However, proxy firewalls may also perform deep layer packet inspections. So we have proxy firewalls which can see deeply and check whether it is an authorized packet or not. Then creates an extra layer of separation between the client and the individual devices on your network, obscuring them to create additional anonymity and protection for your network. It also creates an extra layer. But what happens if you do all these things? It will slow down the process. That is another disadvantage. Next type is network transport layer packet filtering. So after this we have network and transport after packet filtering firewall, we have type called network and transport packet filtering, which will work in the network and the transport layer. So the network transport layer packet filters bring security to the network device by not permitting the packets to pass through the firewall unless they match the established rule set based on the certain. This is same as the packet filtering, but the only difference is it is established. This is applied in the network and the transport layer. So it will check whether it satisfies the condition of the network layer or transport layer or both. So as I said, the parameters will be same as we have seen in the packet filtering. Packet filtering is a type. Under that, the network and the transport layer packet filtering works. So this is that's what these parameters it is going to check, that is source or destination IP address, source or destination port number, protocol type, which is TCP, UDP or ICMP, and TCP flags, ICMP protocols. After checking these parameters, it is going to allow. Okay, under packet filtering, we have another two types, that is stateless packet filtering and the other one is stateful packet filtering. Stateless packet filtering in firewalls is unable to memorize. It cannot realize that it cannot memorize already used packets, whichever has come already. See, we all will be knowing denial of service attack. How it happens? Denial of service is nothing but if the intruder or unauthorized person wants to stop the usage of network, what they will do, or stop the services of the authorized person given to the authorized person, it will send the too much of traffic to stop the normal service given to the authorized person. So in that case, the firewall should be able to identify should be able to memorize the packets which were sent already. So if the same packets are sent repeatedly, then it should be able to stop or filter the packet. So in the stateless packet filtering firewalls, that capability is not there. It cannot memorize whether it is the packet sent already or not. So it is having less security. Then better speed of the filtering function, as less time is required to process a packet. Yes, speed will be high because whatever it comes, it just checks the rule set and it is allowing. It is not going to memorize, or it is not going to cache any data to memorize it. Stateless packet filtering is used when there is no session such as TCP session. So if there is no like session, what is stateless? If it is going to remember the session, then it is stateful. If it is not going to, then it is stateless. So when the TCP session is not going to be there, then this type of filtering can be used. Then comes application layer packet filtering. We said under packet filtering we have two types. One is a network transport layer packet filtering, and the second type is application layer packet filtering. The network and transport packet filtering will work in the network, or works in the network and the transport layer, but the application layer packet filtering is working in the application layer. So what it does, what this application layer packet filters does. So if you see this filter, it provides security by determining whether a process or application should accept any given connection. It is going to check whether we have to accept the connection itself. So this is what is done by. There we said the connections, the packets are inspected based on the some parameters, that is destination address, IP address, port number, so many things we said. So how this application layer packet filtering is going to decide whether it can allow the particular type of traffic or not. So such filters are going to take decision based on the application data. So such filters make policy decisions based on the application data. So there we have seen the parameters on which it has to take the decision. Here it is going to take the decision based on the application data. An application layer firewall operates much like network or transport packet filter, but applies filtering rules based on the process. It is going to do based on the process. And it can also be said like it will be doing the decision based on the server program. Here in the application layer packet filtering, it decides the rules based on the server program. So with this, we'll wind up the session, and the next session will complete the will continue the same topic. Thank you. Bye bye.